Hello and good day, and thank you for joining me and learning about neurodivergence and digital skills training. I am Amanda, a digital steward with Connect Across Tacoma and Black Brilliance Research, and a Research and Fund Development Fellow. I'm also in college to become a counselor, have my youth mental health first aid certificate, and others in various areas of mental health, as well as having autism and ADHD myself. So that's called ADHD. I joined Cohort 6 in September of 2024's boot camp, knowing that I was about to head into something super overwhelming for my brain. However, I succeeded and in this class, and I achieved the dean's list at school, so I hope that I can help you in some way. First of all, what is neurodivergence? Well, neurodivergence is an umbrella term used to explain many different conditions, from autism and ADHD to dyslexia, bipolar disorder, and more. It's likely you know someone who's neurodivergent. It is simply a term that is used to describe what some of our brains work differently than the typical brain. Our brains come with incredible strengths and some challenges, and that's okay. If you've ever wondered whether or not you might be neurodivergent, there are great resources to help you explore this. A site like embraceautism.com is a fantastic starting point. They offer tools like the RADS-R test, which is an excellent way to assess if you have autistic tendencies. They also have multiple clinical tests in their website, including the camouflaging autistic traits test, which I feel a lot of people end up falling under, especially when we're older and undiagnosed. After you take these assessments, you can take those scores to your current mental health partner, or embraceautism.com even has an option to pay for an evaluation with Dr. Natalie Engelbrecht, NDRP. As an adult, this process can be difficult. And if you're like me, I only got an official diagnosis this year, and I am 38 years old. So I usually tell people that if you think that your brain works differently than others, it probably does. Talk to a professional about it. You can also join like Facebook groups to talk to people about it, but don't use that as an official diagnosis. But sometimes it's nice to know that you're not alone. It's also okay to explain to people that your brain processes information differently. Asking for something to be presented differently isn't a weakness, it's a strength. You're advocating for yourself. Most people are happy to help once they understand what you need. For myself, there are times that I get overwhelmed or flustered, or I don't know how to express something. And so it can come off in like a tone, or people might take it personally. I might sound kind of rude. So I always know to try to let people know that beforehand that this can happen. Or if I noticed I did it, I apologize privately when I realize that I've done that to somebody. So most people try to be pretty understanding, and communication is key. When it comes to building digital skills, leverage what works for you. If written instructions work best, look for detailed guides. If you prefer hands-on learning, ask for options for that. Especially in this class, we encourage you to ask questions and let us know if you need help understanding what we're teaching you differently or how it connects to what we're teaching. We all have different learning styles, so it's okay to let people know where your strengths and weaknesses lie. There are many times that I feel like I'm explaining something clearly, and then someone tells me that they had no idea what I was saying, or they repeat it back to me, and it's not that. Also later, I've found out sometimes that I come off rude when in my head I am being polite and truthful. So there are different ways of communicating. Excuse me. If you begin to feel overwhelmed and on the verge of a meltdown or a burnout, take a step back and give yourself a break. Return to it later after you've had a snack or walked outside. Disengage. If you're neurodivergent who needs total structure, spend time at the beginning of each week planning time for studying and sticking to that schedule. We also call that time blocking. Please feel free to message us on Discord if you feel like you're falling behind. If you don't understand something we're teaching in class, the fellows are also here to help you. We are super enthused to help you too. So whether you're exploring neurodivergence or new digital skills, remember that your brain is unique, and that's a strength. Use the tools and resources available, and don't hesitate to advocate for what you need. Remember that you've got this, and thank you for joining us today.